Put the fucking mic on.
We are going into the holiday season. I'll tell you that. Great gift ideas right in the law-abiding biker store for that friend, that loved one that lives, eats, and breathes motorcycles, not cycles. Some people do say motorcycles.
Yeah.
I feel like it's motorcycles.
I believe it is, but we were talking about this the other day. Do you say bicycle or bicycle?
Right.
We say bicycle.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah.
It is weird.
Depending on what region you're at, is depending on how you say it, I believe.
Well,
yeah.
In my region, it's motorcycle.
Yep, and a bicycle.
But it's fun to say motorcycle. Lots of products, of course. Adding products feverishly. Get over there. We can't mention them all. You just got to kind of go daily and see what's new. But here is a wonderful, probably one of the best gifts. If you care about your loved one that rides motorcycles, or if you care about yourself because you ride, it's important to care about yourself, Lurch. You got to take care of yourself first.
Self-care is important.
You can't take care of anybody else unless you take care of yourself, Lurch.
Oh, yeah. Where'd you read that at?
I don't know. I just came up with it. Anyways, guys, as bikers, we all know unexpected things can happen out there in the wild, on the road. Now, many of us are prepared for a mechanical issue. Of course we are, because we've bought our Cruise Tools roadside emergency repair kit from the law-abiding biker store. So we know, by God, if we have that mechanical breakdown, we are the hero. We're all over. We're not getting delayed. We're not calling a tow truck. We're getting our shit together and we're heading back on to our next destination. But more serious than that, Lurch.
Oh, jeez. Ouch. It was a little hot in my cans.
I came in hot on that one. I'm not going to lie to you. More serious than that, Lurch.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the same pizzazz to it. Then a motorcycle breakdown is an injury to someone you are riding with or yourself. Now, why? Why, I ask you? Why, Lurch?
Right. Well,
would you risk
good question.
Not being prepared for that? Well, you're going to be after this because you're going to get one of these. It's a great gift. Gift yourself. If you don't have any friends, you're just an asshole and nobody likes you, at least gift yourself.
Yeah, at least take care of yourself.
That is why we brought the law-abiding biker first aid and trauma kit to our store at a very affordable price, I might mention. So here's the deal. We've given you no reason not to be prepared with this small and easily stowable biker prepared first aid kit. Yep. We really thought this first aid kit out to make sure it had the necessities without overdoing it to keep it small and compact, something that's right for a motorcycle touring application. This kit comes with everything you need, such as a plethora of different size bandages, gauze, compression dressing, medical tape, latex gloves, whistle, scissors, rescue blanket, and more importantly, a military tourniquet that can save a life. Tourniquets truly can save a life when you have that sort of trauma. And all these items are inside a very tightly packed tactical nylon MOLLE bag measuring only 8 by 4 by 4. And best of all is that, you know, our design kit is biker approved because it has our name right on the tag on the outside of the kit. Don't get knocked off online. Don't get counterfeited stuff on Amazon. You know it's the right kit when it's from our store, the only place you can get it, and it has our tag on it because we make sure that it has the proper things and has been designed for bikers. This is not something you should have, Lurch, with you at all times, but a must-have at all times. Again, get it. Get the Law-Abiding Biker First Aid and Trauma Kit right in the Law-Abiding Biker store. And if you end up using it and you're not dead, just...
Oh, boy.
If you got the tourniquet on fast enough and you're a survivor, I'm teasing, but if you do use it, even, if you broke a hangnail and used a Band-Aid, or had a hangnail or like ripped a cuticle out or something and you're bleeding a little bit, used a Band-Aid, please leave us a story about it. We would love to hear that, but we do sell the bejesus out of those, and we have a lot of them in stock. We got fresh stock for the holiday season. So get over there, guys. It is amazing. Go look at all the 5-star reviews. When you go to that Kid in the Law-Abiding Biker store, scroll to the bottom. There's a video embedded right there. It's going to give you visuals and show you everything that's in it, including how well it fits in your saddlebag. We put it in there and we show you kind of how compact and small it is. And we were all carrying them on our 12-day trip to Canada, or 10 days. I can't remember now.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Might have even been 11.
Might have been 11. About 4,000 miles through British Columbia, Alberta, Yukon. Yeah. And I will tell you this, guys. Let me actually go here. It is the holiday season. A lot of places, the weather is turning for the worse. Rain, cold temperatures, snow. There's no better time than to kick back and watch a nice little documentary film.
Yeah, we get a lot of comments from bikers out there that your documentary films carry them through those winter months, those dark times, if you will.
Yep. Yeah. And so we would ask you to go watch this. It is called The Glacier Ride on Harleys That Tested Us All and Changed Everything. Tons of amazing feedback on that video, on that documentary. And it's technically part 1, and I could put out more. I could put out a part 2 for sure. But we're waiting to see, to make sure that it's worth it for me, the amount of time involved. And I love inspiring bikers, but it needs to get a lot of super chats. That's basically where you can leave a donation over there on YouTube on a video. If you appreciate it, we have got quite a few of those, and we appreciate that. That helps go towards it. But anyways, the documentary, just read the comments. It's getting tons of feedback, and it'd be a great thing for you to kick back on a cold night, and since you can't ride, and at least ride with us through that documentary in some beautiful areas. There's a story to it. Again, if you go over to Lurch, will put it in the show notes too, so you can just click the link from whatever app you're using, go to the show notes and click the link. But it's called, you can go to the YouTube channel. There's a search option there too. The Glacier Ride on Harleys That Tested Us All and Changed Everything. And while you're at it, after you watch that documentary, if you're like, I'm in this, I'm comfy, I'm gonna watch another documentary. You can binge watch all our documentaries throughout the winter over at lawabidingbiker.com/ride-now. That's lawabidingbiker.com/ride-now. And that'll take you to a page on our website where you can see our basically well over 10 years of documentary films. And you can click through those and go down that rabbit hole and binge watch. But we're really looking forward to people really watching our latest documentary, and we want it to do really well because that will inspire me to make episode 2, which I have not done and I haven't started because I'm waiting. So yeah, get over there and show some love to it. Share it with all your biker friends. Tell them to watch it. That's how the biker community works, and we can't do it without you. Word of mouth is a lot, and just telling your buddy, hey, you really got to watch this film. It's really, really good. Send them a link, all that kind of stuff. We really, really appreciate that. You want to ride longer? Are you tired of a sore and achy ass? Mm-hmm. Of course you are. Fix it with a high-quality butt buffer seat cushion. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store and check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions. Another great. There's nothing that says love to your loved one
than I care about your ass.
Correct. that I really care.
I care about you so much. I even care about your ass.
Exactly, dude.
And I want your ass to be comfortable.
It's next level. Bikeaholics, let me tell you this. 03D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and a brand new line for the all-new Honda Goldwing, named Gold Strike.
I like gold.
Top quality, affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. Zero Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of 03D products. We got us, we are, adding store things, as I mentioned up front. You got to get over there daily because we're adding them so fast, but Lurch wants to mention some of our new offerings, and we're proud to be carrying Hogworks stuff, and we're adding products all the time.
Yeah, we finally added the trunk. So depending on when you're listening to this, we're working on these listings, a little behind-the-scenes stuff. There's over 120 different colors available for the trunks, and so it's quite labor-intensive to
and
create
3
these
different
listings.
razor packs, chop packs, full packs. We're doing it, though. We're doing it.
Hardware, black hardware. Anyways, the reason I bring that up is to say if you're shopping in there and you don't see the particular combination that you're looking for, contact us. We can get anything Hogworks has. It's just a matter of getting it all added into our store. I have one on my 2024 Road Glide White Onyx Pearl. I'm telling you, that paint match is awesome, and it's good quality stuff. Save yourself some bucks over the OEM pricing.
No Harley tax.
And in addition to those trunks, we've added the trunk liner. So that's a leather material, leather type material that lines the inside of your trunk. Is it necessary? No, but it's very affordable. It looks cool. They diamond stitch it. It's either you can get black or assorted colors. I went with orange stitching, so it matches my seat. I've got a Saddleman seat on there with the orange stitching, so it really looks good together. Also, if you put your helmet in there, it helps protect your helmet because then you don't have your helmet sliding around and just, the plastic of the trunk itself. And we've added the Hogworks saddlebag guards. We've got the standard, style that you're used to, and they also have some that look like the Harley-Davidson flat-out bars, with the wheels on the end of them, more the sport look. So check those out.
There you go. Lots of new products, and we are proud to be carrying Hogworks stuff. And like Lurch says, if you don't see a Hogworks product in our store, then just hit up our contact form. We can certainly get it for you. And remember, savings to be had in the Law Abiding Biker store. All right. Number 1, free shipping over $100. Number 2, no tax if you live outside Washington State. And on top of it, if you're a patron member, mid-level or above, year-round, 10% discount on everything in the Law Abiding Biker store. So, And, the faces behind the store and who you're supporting. A bunch of bikers, true bikers, testing, reviewing stuff, and trying to help as many bikers as we can worldwide.
I got mail. Yeah.
Looks like we had a new email come in, Lurch, if you want to handle this.
Yes, this is from Greg Doncaster, and he says, "Hi, Ryan. Greg from Australia here. I want to congratulate you on your retirement and service." He's talking about your law enforcement career.
Thank you.
Also, a big thank you for all the content you produce. It is amazing how you do all this work, and thanks once again to you and the lab crew. You are very much appreciated.
Thank you very much, Greg Doncaster. The way he did that, we love your feedback. We love to hear from you. Even simple things like this. You can head over to lawabidingbiker.com/contact. It's a page will land you where you can leave an email or you can leave a voicemail for free right from your computer microphone or your smartphone microphone. Very, very easy to do. We love emails, but we also love to hear your beautiful voices. And it can be something, a question. It can be something funny, anything like that. We just appreciate the feedback. Again, lawabidingbiker.com/contact is how you do that. All right, here we go. Saddle up. Hang on. Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority, the Big MM, also known as the
99%.
large and in charge of the motorcycle scene more than any time in history. By being here, by listening, you're part of what we call the hashtag
Biker Revolution.
We do have just one question for you. Before we get started, what are you waiting for, bikeaholics?
Mount up and let us take you on another wild-ass ride.
There you go, Ryan Urlacher, your host of the Law Abiding Biker podcast, and of course, your
High-tech redneck.
I think that we haven't done this in a while, so we probably need. It's been a minute.
Hey, I look forward to this. Oh, boy.
There you go. For all of you that may have missed Lurch's intro, he's here on a mic. It's a 3-banger day, which means we're batch recording, and we're doing 3 episodes, 2 recorded and 1 live patron member only live video broadcast and chat with our beloved patron members. And so it is quite a day. Main topic today, we are going to dive into it. It's all about recent Indians 2026 lineup revealed. Of course, you may have heard about the Sport Scout RT and its arrival in the 26 lineup. But we're going to break it down, get rid of all the fluff, and tell you, if you're interested or in the market for an Indian, we're going to break it down and tell you basically what you need to know, what's changed, what hasn't changed. And we've got some other information for you too, in reference to Indians. And we'll also, I don't know. We'll see. We don't really have any predictions for Indian because they pretty much released everything. So we'll keep it. We'll keep it pretty factual because we already know what's all out. But it'll give you a good idea. Now, I'm telling you guys, there's no better time to sign up as a patron member of Law Abiding Biker Media. All right. We really, really would love to have you as a patron member. So please consider it. Okay. Here's why. It's very easy to do these days. You just sign up for a simply monthly subscription and you choose the benefits that you want to receive. And when I say benefits, there are a lot of benefits to you. Of course, you're supporting us and we so much appreciate that. But here's what we're going to give back to you. T-shirts and stickers. You get access to the private Facebook group. It is a troll-free zone. It is nothing but bikers helping and connecting with other bikers in there. Regardless of all the other benefits that I'm going to tell you about, that one right there is probably one of the top benefits that people really, really appreciate it. It's troll-free. It's safe. It is a forum of over 12 years of information in there. If you didn't know the private Facebook group, you can literally use the search bar within that group once you have access. You could search something like tires, and you are going to come up with 10 years of tires and threads, and there are experts in this group, well beyond our expertise. Mechanically, riding, culture, all that kind of stuff. And there is no dumb question in there. You pop something up, you're a new biker, it's a safe zone. And you're like, I just got into biking. I don't know. You know how when you get into a new sport or a new activity, you're always like, God, I'm not familiar with how to, do everything. I'm a poser, all that kind of stuff. There is no such thing. From the lowest biker who's just getting into people that have been riding for 30 or more years, it's all in there. And because it's safe, and that's what you get with a paid group rather than all the stupid free forums out there. You just get a bunch of trolls and trash talkers, not in here. And these people will help you. So feel safe, feel comfortable, whether you're brand new or experienced. Again, that private Facebook group. And there's rides being organized amongst the patron members. You could ride. I see in there, people, I'm riding to this state and this city on this day. I'll be coming through, and people are hooking up. I'll get you lunch, or even as far as I got a place for you to stay. It's unbelievable. It regulates itself in there, and we'd love to have you be part of it. There's also access to live video broadcasts and chat like we're doing later today. That is a fun time, and you get top tier members get access to our premium videos up on request. Of course, access to the ride meetup at events, and you patron members, the 10% year-round discount and everything in the Law Abiding Biker store. So we're really, really trying to get back to you. But I know that there's a lot of subscriptions and stuff out there going on. But, if you could swing it, we'd really, really love to keep growing our beloved patron community. It's still one of the largest backbones to what we do, and supporting us to help connect, educate, inspire as many bikers as we can worldwide. lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, /Patreon to learn more about what level you want to get signed up and what benefits you'll get for that particular level. Love to see you guys there. Please consider it. All right. We love y'all, and we just love connecting with patrons. It's so important to us. So that's why I spend some time on it, if you guys wondered. All right. So main topic, Lurch, I suppose we should just dive in.
Sure.
And so it was off the top of my head, it was on, what day was that? The 4th? It was on the 4th.
Yeah.
So here's how this all transpired is, obviously, just like Harley-Davidson and just like Indian, we are in touch with people within the companies and or marketing and things like that. So we have a good relationship with Indian and Harley. And so our connect within Indian sent us some information, I'd say a week before November 4th. And we were given information and put under embargo. And so we got to look at some of this stuff, and it was basically, hey, here's our 26 lineup, and here's our press release. Here's what's coming down the pipe, and please don't, not please, but do not, because it's under embargo. I think it was 10 or 10:30 a.m. I can't remember on the 4th. Obviously, embargo's over at the time of this podcast because it's November 6th at the time of this recording. But it's lifted. And you can talk about it. So interestingly, we weren't sure exactly, and maybe it's because we were so busy. Mind you, the very evening before, at 4:00 p.m. At our time, Pacific time, Harley did their chapter 1 of they're going to have 2 chapters, but chapter 1 of their 2026 model release, which was a soft launch. We did a video on YouTube on that. We're going to do a podcast on that too. That's actually going to be our live episode. So don't worry, one coming out on the 2026 Hardy, but it was packed is what I'm trying to say. Hardy did it 4:00 p.m. Pacific. Bam. Next morning, we got to do another video on the Indian 26 release. Boom, boom. So we weren't quite sure. I think we assumed that Indian was going to do a video release too. Although we should have known better because we got no indication of that on the email that we got with the embargo. But it just seems like kind of the way they do things these days, both companies. Well, Indian did not do a video at all. They just did a press release, and, they put it out to their trusted sources like us within the, industry, podcasts like ours and YouTube channels. And so we ran with it. So the next morning, after staying up late into the night, getting the Hardy one out on YouTube and out into the wild, that's always a thing we have to do. Recorded it that afternoon right after we watched it, and then I was up late getting it out. And then knowing we sat down, we could have did this before, but we didn't. Again, we thought maybe they were coming out with a video, but they didn't. So then we sat down right after it released, and this video we did both videos we did at the Law Abiding Biker store at the front counter, and we just spitballed it and did a video. Anyways, that video is only like 7.5 minutes. It's very succinct. That's the beautiful thing about podcasts is we get to do things in longer form. We get to get a lot more involved and really give a lot more feeling and opinions. It's long form content. So that's what we're going to do on this. If you want the very succinct version with zero insight, really, just kind of the information in your face, that one can be found over on our YouTube channel. Make sure while you're over on YouTube, please, guys, if you haven't, I know a lot of you watch our videos, but if you haven't just simply clicked on that subscribe button, please do so. It helps us out tremendously. Social proof over there on YouTube. So please, if you haven't, go over there. It's free. Take a second. Just hit the subscribe button for us. But those videos over there, and again, this is about Indian. We'll do a separate one for Harley. That podcast is coming. The video's out, both videos, but you can find them over there if you want those versions. So, all right, Lurch, you got anything to say up front here?
Sure, why not? Yeah, this is, we'll mention this in the other podcast as well, but this is kind of a year where not a whole lot new is coming out, and that's normal. You know, just think about the industry, the car industry, the motorcycle industry. You can't have a brand new shiny object every year. It just doesn't make sense from a manufacturing standpoint, unless you're Cadillac back in, I think, the 70s. They made a new one every year. But it takes several years to come up with these new bikes, and it seems like about every 5 years, not only just in the motorcycle industry, but in the car industry, you'll see new models. So we're kind of in the middle of that right now. We had, from both Indian and Harley, we had some new stuff come out in the last couple of years. And so I think we're going to be coasting along with some incremental changes and updates through the next few years.
Yep. It takes a long time. It's just like, if you look at the phone industry, iPhone, and things like that, there's big changes, and then there's just incremental changes, on different years. It takes companies, a lot of these bikes go into R&D, 5 years, even more, before they actually come to fruition and get on the actual manufacturing line. So, it's not, like Lert said, it's not realistic to expect jaw-dropping things, every year. And so it definitely is an incremental year, for Indian and Harley. And we saw that here with Indian, which we're going to stay pretty focused on Indian in this episode. So let's first talk about Indian did drop a brand new Scout model. And they're calling it, this was the big headline for Indian on this, guys. This was their big deal. It's called the Sport Scout RT. Not going to lie, first look, downright aggressive and purpose-built and pretty sexy. I saw it, of course, under the embargo, and it definitely caught my eye. And my first impression was, that's a badass fucking bike. Well done, Indian, on that guy. If you're into the market on that kind of bike, direct comparison, if you're not, don't follow Indian closely. This would be, like a competitor to the Lowrider S, the Harley Davidson Lowrider S, Lowrider ST. But this RT has a little quarter fairing, club style fairing. The ST Harley Lowrider ST has the full fairing, but their Lowrider S, I think it's more like the Lowrider S, because the Lowrider S has a little quarter club fairing.
If the S had some bags on it, yeah.
Right,
absolutely.
right, yeah. So that's going to be your direct comparison. For you guys that don't look into Indians for whatever reason, I'd encourage you to do so. I always say, I like all motorcycles. We support all motorcycles on this channel. I love Indians. I love Harleys. I got a Kawasaki. I even got an electric dirt bike now. I got a Husqvarna dirt bike. Yeah, we love, as long as your knees are in the breeze. They all have something different to offer, different looks, different functions. There's going to be the right bike. What's right for me isn't right for you, or vice versa. You just kind of have to take in all the information, but we support them all here, and love the Indians too. And so the Sport Scout RT, do you want to break that bike down for the audience a little bit more? Tell them what it's all about.
Yeah, so it's got a 1250cc liquid cooled motor. It's 105 horsepower with 82 foot-pounds of torque. That's going to be a ripper in that little light bike. It's got a solo performance seat, a quarter style club fairing, as you had mentioned. It's got moto-style bars with a 5.5-inch riser, and they do make some aftermarket risers if you want to go even higher than that. 19-inch front wheel, 2-in-1 sporty exhaust system. It's got locking hard bags. They say it's 10 plus gallons of storage in that thing. And it's got a 4-inch ride command display, ABS, cruise, ride modes, and traction control and keyless fob are all standard on that thing. It comes in some different colors. And it depends on there's the different levels of the Scout, Sport Scout. There is if I can get up here so I can make sure to say them right. There's the Sport Scout. There's a Sport Scout Limited with tech. And then the one what we're talking about is a Sport Scout RT. It's got the bags and all that good stuff on it. There's some different colors available. I I'm telling you, the red looks really good.
Oh my God. I'm looking at it right now on their website. It is
sunset red
sexy
metallic.
as shit. Yeah.
And depending on which trim you pick, you get the different colors. The Sport Scout RT comes in the most variety of colors. There's a black smoke, the sunset red metallic, gorgeous. And then there's chalk, which is kind of that flat gray. Comparing it to Harley, it's kind of like their base color these days, that gray color.
Yeah. And I'm just going into here because I love the 3D experience here. But this thing, guys, I'm telling you, it pops. They did phenomenal. If you're just looking at it from a look standpoint, absolutely phenomenal job on this. It's got external rear shocks on both sides, which is a really cool look. So it's not like a monoshock underneath the seat or anything like that. It's got exposed, and they're exposed enough they're not hidden behind the bags, is what I'm getting at. And this thing's got, which is cool, very unique, high-sitting, hard saddlebags and locking, right?
Yes.
Yeah, locking saddlebags. So we haven't seen that, and
I like that.
It's going to be an eye of the beholder, but I like them.
I like it, and I like them because they are what we're a little more used to with hard bags. That they're top opening, they're not clamshell style.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. They're a small version of what you see on a full bagger.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good call. Not a fan personally of clamshell ones. Yeah, they're top opening. They made a little mini version, and I think it fits the bike good. And I'm sure they're removable. I would assume, don't quote me on that. We didn't look into that, but I would assume it looks like they've got docking hardware. Obviously, there's some way to remove those. So if you didn't want to run with them, but if you need to commute, or you're going on a longer day trip and you need rain gear or other gear, phenomenal that you can have these saddlebags on, a sports type cruiser. These days. So did not come with inverted front forks, which was interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because their Power Plus lineup, and this is that would probably be one of my comments. It's not a deal breaker, but on a performance bike like this, that's clearly by that motor, I would have expected inverted front forks for better handling.
Yeah, exactly. Because this doesn't seem like the base model, so you think you'd want to throw some of those extras at it. I've also noticed that it's only got a single brake caliper in the front.
Yep.
It doesn't have the radial Brembos on there either. So I don't know if it's a cost thing or what it is, but I just noticed that as you're doing the 3D, there's only one brake rotor in that bad boy up front.
Yeah. But the smaller bikes, that's kind of common.
It may. Yeah,
I think the Lowrider S is the same.
Okay.
If you look at Harley Lowrider S, it's pretty much only the full baggers that they
because of the weight.
You're right. It's because of the weight. So I'm almost very confident. But the inverted front forks would have been nice. But the bars, amazing. Risers, it's kind of got that. It's total that club style bike. You guys know what I'm talking about. Big old, not completely T-bars like we put on my Lowrider S out here, my 16 Lowrider S. Those are flat T-bars on risers. These bars still have a little bend to them, but I'm sure that a lot of guys, if you can get bars, will be changing those out.
Dual rotors on the Lowrider S and ST, the Harley.
There you go. Some of their other Nightsters and the smaller bikes only have singles. So, it just depends on the bike. So yeah, I would say go look at this thing. It's going to be a frickin' ripper. Great day bike, commuter bike. I ain't going cross country on this thing because it's just not in that category. But yeah, the color, that's the color for sure. Water cooled, ripper. Mirrors have to be changed. I'm not a fan of those. Looking at it, they stick way up over the handlebars.
Interesting that
they have to do that for regulations.
And if you go to their some of the other pictures on the website, they're actually showing the mirrors down, meaning so they can be mounted with the mirrors above.
Oh, gotcha.
The grips are below, and they definitely look a lot better below.
Yeah, you could definitely find something a lot more low profile than that. But that they have to do all that. It's got the standard, big signals that they all put on it, the bullet signals, big bullet signals, because they have to for federal regulation to get these things. And then obviously that's part of the motorcycle industry as we make these bikes our own and change them up. But yeah. It's
interesting what a big difference just swapping those mirrors and having them mounted down below it. It kind of makes it look like more like a cafe racer.
Right.
Yeah. If you scroll down, you'll find those photos. There you go. There's one. Yeah. See, it looks much better that way.
Yeah, I agree. Get those things down below. I don't even know if they're high enough I could even see out of those. They're above my head. It'd probably be fine for you, but I'd have to lower them to even see out of them. That is the Sport Scout coming in, starting at $13,499.
That'd be for the Sport Scout model.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
What's the?
And then it goes up from there.
Yeah. So the Sport Scout RT, which was the banger, the news headliner, is $17,000, starting at $17,000. And then we did note there is a Bluetooth system. We're looking down at customization. So if you want some tunage on that bad boy, there is this $700 power band audio Bluetooth speaker. It's obviously made to fit up on the dash right behind the little mini windshield and the little quarter fairing. And you can obviously connect your phone to it and get some tunes blasting back out to you. I don't have any experience with it or how it sounds or anything like that. But yeah, it's a nice OEM add-on that would probably be it's probably plug and play, I'd imagine, pretty easy to do. Sits behind that 4-inch TFT display up there. But all in all, I wouldn't not look at this, guys. Get over to the website if you want to take a look at this thing, or go watch our video. We show you some pictures of it, but there's some other accessories too, a syndicate seat and some other stuff. So definitely some OEM customizations that you can make. 2-into-1 exhaust, that big fat pipe that we've seen on the Scouts coming out that right side. Yeah, definitely a unique looking bike and a job well done with that. Let's handle this and then we will dive right back in.
Hey, Bikeaholics, Zero. Searching for new and exciting. You think I've never read this before?
No, apparently.
Searching for new and exciting motorcycle products. Zero 3D has the products you dream about for your bike. Check out their wide variety of innovative products for Harley Davidson and Honda Goldwing motorcycles. Zero 3D's got your back with chrome and black parts, lighting, and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding for an easy installation. That equals less time installing and more time riding. Zero 3D has a design team of riders with over 40 years of experience with a passion for design and innovation. Zero and Goldstrike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. They pride themselves on great customer service. If you got a question, get in touch with them via email at sales@zero3d.com or give them a call at 715-808-0027. Check at your local Harley or Honda dealership and ask for Zero or Goldstrike parts. A new leader has emerged, so check out Zero 3D's custom line of Goldstrike products for the all-new Honda Goldwings. Better yet, help support us and head on over to the Law Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of Zero 3D products.
All right, so moving from the headliner, there are, like we said, incremental changes, and that's going to come in the form of colorways and some things like that. We'll talk about that a little bit. Make sure you have the site up, Lurch, and we can look through some of those. If I get to motorcycles, I'm actually going to do it. We'll kind of key in on the bagger line. We didn't really dive in last year. I'm sure the Chief and that kind of stuff got, or the other versions of Scout are different colors than from last year. We'll just assume that. But we know the baggers definitely got some changes. Now, the Power Plus lineup, let me explain that a little bit if you're new or you haven't watched my Indian videos. So backing up a little bit, in the spring earlier this year, in February, if I remember right, Indian flew me down to Vegas and they introduced this Power Plus lineup. It's the 112. It's the Power Plus 112 water cooled engine. Prior to that, it was a 108. And so in spring, for their 25 bikes, that was their big deal. And so I got to go down and test ride both the Batwing and the Shark Nose fairing versions of the touring baggers, because you've got the Challenger, of course, you've got the Chieftain, you've got the Roadmaster and the Pursuit, which are your full baggers, your full Batwing and Shark Nose. So anyways, I got to test ride and review those, and I did a video on YouTube, got a lot of views. Lurch will link to that video in the show notes. So whatever app that you're using, find the show notes. It'll take you right to that YouTube video very easily. It's basically a buyer's guide. And the reason I'm referencing that video and pointing you to it is because nothing changed, if that makes sense, for the 26 models. As far as the performance, the 112 power plus, the system that's in those, as far as the infotainment system, the ride technology that's on them, it's all the same. And so that video, that buyer's guide, is going to give you a very good idea of what's going on with those bikes, and that if that's something that is going to fit your fancy, tickle your fancy.
Everybody likes their fancy tickled.
Dude, last time my fancy got tickled, dude, it was amazing. Anyways, on top of watching that, Indian, about a month ago, sent us a bike. They sent me a 25 Roadmaster Dark Horse. Now, that bike they sent it to us for long-term review. And if you follow us, which I encourage you to do, over on Instagram, at Law Abiding Biker, a lot going over on our Instagram account. You'll get to see a lot of cool, really short stuff, pictures, stuff we're doing, where we're at, things like that. Because I did some posts on that, and when we picked it up, we ran our trailer, because it was not great weather, ran our trailer over to the west side, about 3 hours from Yakima, Washington area, central Washington state, to western Washington state, picked it up, came back. We've had it ever since. So I'm going to get to long-term review that. We just went out, and that was on Instagram too. I did a quick reel. We went out and did a day ride. We're really testing it more, because at the events, like when I go to Vegas, you get a day with it. You get briefings the day before, and things like that, and specs, and you get to talk to people within Indian, but then you get that day to really try to get a handle on what the bike's all about. So this is going to give us a longer term review. Also, previously, the year before, we had a 24 Indian Pursuit, which was the 108 version, and it didn't have the rider tech stuff because that hadn't come out yet. But that's a great video to watch too, and Lurch will link to that in the show notes also. And that was our Indian Pursuit long-term review. We had that bike for a year. So I'm very appreciative of Indian for actually giving us bikes long-term for review, because it is a different type of beast. Like I said, limited time when we do the press release events. Now I get to throw my leg over it every day, riding back and forth to the Law Abiding Biker store. I get to take it on day rides or a trip if I want. Like we did the Pursuit, we did a 3-day trip. There's things you learn about bikes when you are with them every day. And whether that's stuff that you're like, that was actually really cool, the way that works. And I didn't note that. Or this is really becoming a little bit of a situation that I don't like. I wish they could change this. This is kind of annoying every day, and here's why. Those are things you can't learn in a day. And so we have that, and then we'll be putting out stuff on YouTube on it. Of course, I'll probably do a full longer-term review of the Roadmaster on YouTube, so get over there, get subscribed, turn on notifications, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. We already shot some video. Lurch got to ride it too, so you'll get Lurch's perspective on some stuff. And we had a great day ride. It was wonderful. Even though it was winter and it was cold, it was 40 degrees in the morning, 33 when we left. But we waited till like 10 or 11, it warmed up. But anyways, it was a cool ride. And then they're also Indian sending us, what else are they sending us? I always forget.
Super Scout.
So we're going to take delivery of a Super Scout for long-term review, which is more of a cruiser type bike instead of the full bagger. I'd really like to have this Indian Scout RT. Although it's a brand new bike, it's probably going to be a while before we could get one of those. But we'll have that too. And we'll be putting out some content on Instagram and YouTube for that. So yeah, make sure you're following both those accounts, guys. And with all that said, Indian has a lot to offer too. And I'm really enjoying riding it. And go watch my Power Plus video, the one Lurch will link to. That Power Plus, and even riding it again here on our day ride, it just reminded me what a fun, revvy, much more revvy type motor. It's that 60-degree V twin, so it definitely just revs different. It's a different experience. Like I say, there's a bike and a motor and a feel for everybody, and it definitely makes you smile. There is no doubt about that when you're riding that motor. So I just want to tell you that we're doing a lot of that and give you some resources so that, because we have done a lot more in-depth reviews. So with that said, not a ton of changes, zero changes. I do want to talk quickly before we go into colorways about Rider Tech, which me and Lurch were testing. I got very limited time with it in Vegas. Well, me and Lurch went out, and the Rider technology they have that they put on it, off the top of my head, is they've got a tailgate warning. So there's a radar on the back of this bike. How that looks is on the eye of the beholder.
On the model that we had, the Roadmaster, it's a full touring, so it's got a trunk. It's not as noticeable. But if you go with one of what they call the bagger, so the Chieftain, the Indian Challenger, the Springfield, it's definitely more noticeable because it sticks out. Yeah.
And I think over time that'll become smaller with technology, I would imagine, in future iterations, but it's out and it does a good job. Tailgate warning. You'll see all this in my review video. In my dash on my ride command system, it shows me that somebody's tailgating and how close. Also, did you notice when you were doing that, the brake lights flashed? It's supposed to flash the brake lights without your knowledge to let the person know that there's a bike in front of you. It flickers.
I think I was paying more attention to our spacing and looking at you than at the tail light. Okay, cool.
Anyways, it does that.
That's neat.
And also on my dash, I knew when Lurcher's in there. It's also got blind side warning, just like your cars, in your mirrors, when they're in your blind spot, a little yellow light goes off. So we're testing that. It also has, for the first time, Indian has linked braking now, which does work. And I felt it when we were out testing. I forgot to tell you where I hit all rear, and you can definitely feel the front end dive a little bit. It starts kicking in the front. So safety stuff there, that linked braking for the first time, again, on these Power Plus 112 models. Am I forgetting anything?
I'll just add that
hill hold control. Okay. Yeah.
Just add that on the blind spot and the falling too close awareness, it is sensitive enough to pick up bikes, because you and I were running down the road. I was following you on my Road Glide, and it was picking me up too. So sensitive enough to get small vehicles. Yeah,
good call. And it does work.
Yeah, worked really well.
Pretty darn good. So that's industry leading there. Nobody else is doing that on motorcycles. They kind of broke the mold there. So Indian being very progressive in rider safety stuff. And it's kind of cool to have on a bike. So we'll be showing you that when we do our full Roadmaster, video at some point. I'll put that out on the YouTube channel. But we are into winter. We got that ride in. We're not sure. It might not come out till spring if I can't get all the footage I need. But
we've got cold weather and wet weather right now, so we'll see if we can get out. We might get lucky. Sometimes that crap comes through early, and then we get a nice little break there in late November, early December, so we might be able to get some riding in.
Yeah, for sure. And as soon as I'm prepared, it will go out. But I don't want to put it out prematurely. I really want to have more time with this bike and get some more film shots and things like that. So anywho, can you look at this, Lurch? The one thing we didn't do is look up 25 pricing.
Okay.
Let's go with the Challenger. Okay.
Just starting price?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to go into the Indian Challenger. We're on their website, and this is the 26 model. And the 26 model is starting base price United States MSRP is $27,999. I hate it when it's $28,000. So Lurch is looking up 25 models because we didn't look at this in our video. We didn't look at pricing. I had heard some scuttlebutt online, or at least some comments on our Indian 26 model release video on YouTube that prices went up, but I didn't confirm that. So what'd you find, Lurch?
So if you go through, it takes a little bit of clicking because if you just look at 26 lineup versus 25 lineup, they've got different trim levels and things. So if you click through and correctly pick the same trim and motor setup, they're both $27,999 or $28,000. So same price if you compare apples to apples.
Okay. Or oranges to oranges.
Or oranges to oranges, as long as you don't compare the two.
Apples to oranges. Okay. So there you go. Glad we found that. So yeah, you got to be careful. Like I said, there was comments on there that were freaking out that they went up, and clearly whoever commented doesn't do their research and do apples to apples there. You can get misleaded easily when you just pop up on the site. Like Lurch said, you have to make sure you get it down to the exact bike and not a particular trim package or things like that. So
talking about the 2026 color palette, they've got some new colors for the bikes. Yes.
It's a palette.
It's a little piece of wood that you put your colors on. Yeah,
great, dude. You're an artiste.
Yes. So here's what Indian has to say, and it just kind of puts it all in a nutshell. But the all-new black crystal and super graphite with championship gold accent, making a bold statement across multiple models, including the 101 Scout, which I'd love to get our hands on too, Chieftain, Power Plus, and Indian Challenger. There's a new deep blue metallic finish, and that's going to be found across the Scout Classic, Indian Chieftain, Chieftain Power Plus, Indian Challenger, Roadmaster Plus, and Indian Pursuit. Some other standouts in colors include chalk, which it's kind of a gray, that flat gray, on the Super Chief, Indian Challenger, Roadmaster Plus, and Indian Pursuit. There's an Indy red on the Sport Chief. I do like that red. And a Cascade green metallic with black metallic on the Roadmaster, Power Plus, and Indian Pursuit. The Roadmaster adds a sophisticated deep blue metallic with silver quartz metallic, further enhancing the visual appeal of Indian Motorcycle's legendary touring model.
There you go. So a lot of different changes on colorways. You really have to we were on the site a little bit, and you kind of got to shop around and choose your trim package and then figure out what colors you have. A lot going on there for the 26 models.
And there's going to be some refreshed tank graphics across several of the Indian Chief models.
Nice. Ride longer and treat your ass with some respect already. Get hooked up with a premium butt buffer seat cushion. This company of bikers developed a super thin hospital-grade seat cushion made of solid and elastic materials, and it's unlike gel pads that will leak if punctured, because they will. The butt buffer is designed not to slide around on your seat. Fits all motorcycles, installs in seconds, easily cleans, and helps to dampen those gall-darn vibrations. We used them, a bunch of us, heading up, or when we headed up to Canada for 10 days, about 4,000 miles, and Popeye used one and is absolutely sold on it now. He understands what we were talking about all this time. With plenty of models to choose from, they assure you'll have a comfortable ass when riding. Head over to Law-Abiding Biker Store and check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions. It does not matter how good you think your seat is. We have the best of the best seats, and it doesn't matter. That putting the butt buffer on it is just like icing on the cake. Is going to help you with those pressure points and hot spots, as we call them. So here we're going to talk about a few accessories, why don't you talk about that, and then we'll finish it off with what we think they need to do.
Excellent. So I've got a list of the accessories here, and they're broken up by the class of bikes. So we'll talk about the Scout accessories first, and
Is this on their site?
This is on their press release.
Oh, no! Oh, nice.
So you've mentioned it already, but it's the power-bound Bluetooth speaker that is new for the 25 and 26 Scout models. It has 5 speakers in it. It's got some mid-range subwoofer and some tweeters, delivering 50 watts of power. It's got a 5-band equalizer, so pretty cool there. While stock on the RT, you can add the locking rigid saddlebags to the other Scout models. Then they also have adjustable brake and clutch levers from Giles Tooling that's available. That would be kind of nice. We're big fans of the adjustable levers. We put PSRs on our bikes here. Looks like they're going to make some available through
OEMs.
OEM, yeah. And then also with the Scout is optional 8-inch pullback bar riser, so you can have a little bit taller riser and definitely get that club style look on your Scout if you would like. Moving into the Chief accessories, they've got some different seat options. 2-up seat. They've got a Syndicate reduced reach seat, which would be nice if you're 5'6" and under, they say. They've got some pullback bars, a 2-inch pullback and an 8-inch moto riser, or 8-inch pullback for the motor bars, excuse me. Give that a pretty cool look. And then in the touring, not a whole lot, but they did come out with some new touring bags and liners. I call them the Spirit Lake saddlebag liner and trunk liner.
There you go. So some accessories to be had. OEM accessories, of course. So all in all, like we said, not, breaking news here or anything, but it's good to be educated. And it is just an incremental upgrade year for both of the big companies, Harley-Davidson and Indian.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see, we do have one more event, and I'm sure Indian's going to be putting out, different stuff. We'll see. We'll see if they come out anything mid 26. Sometimes they drop something new too.
Yeah.
So to keep it spicy. So we'll see.
Spicy.
Here's what we say. I want to have a little discussion. So both companies, Harley-Davidson and Indian, and the motorcycle scene in general, all the manufacturers are having some troubled times, and that's due to a new generation. They're all trying to capture the new generation of riders who think differently than us, and they're having troubles with bike sales. Again, this isn't specific to Harley, Indian, KTM. You guys have seen the mess with KTM. It kind of goes along even dirt bikes we ride. We see a lot more riders our age than young riders out there on the trails. So here's what we say. And I say the same thing to Harley-Davidson. We're just going to deal with those two companies. They both really, really need, and we just got a new CEO of Indian. We did a video on that on YouTube. Make sure you go watch that. They got a new CEO, and Polaris, they detached from Polaris, so to speak, and became their own independent company. They had an investment group, Carolwood, I believe, invest in them. And so things are changing over there. But here's my advice to both companies is a lot of these young riders, remember, motorcycles are a luxury item. They're not a necessity in society. Not here, in the U.S. specifically, North America, I'd say. They're a luxury item. And these bikes are pretty expensive. And just like the Scout RT, also not an entry-level bike coming in at 16 or 17 grand. Okay. That's starting. So tax, license, you're up 20, right? Whatever accessories you put on it, Syndicate seat. So, these bikes, you're in at 20 grand. That's not an entry-level bike. Cool bike. And I don't think it was meant to be an entry-level bike. So no. I'm not alluding at that. I'm just saying, they do have cheaper bikes, but both companies right now are sitting around the $10,000 mark for their lowest cost bike.
Correct.
So what a lot of riders do, the younger generation that we see, is they go out and buy a $5,000 sports bike because you can get them for 5-6 right in there. Why don't you look up a few?
Damn.
Okay, awesome. Just curious what those prices are. So they can get into one of those motorcycles. It's going to be Yamaha, Kawasaki, brands like that. It gets them on a motorcycle. It's something that's affordable to them. And now they haven't experienced the Indian or Harley brand, just simply due to money. So I understand making a cheaper bike. The companies also have a quality control. I'm not saying to not make it quality. I'm saying make it simple. You can still have your heritage with it, your branding. It can still be, decent quality. What I'm saying is if the sports bike companies can make them for that price, they can. They need to compete with that market. Doesn't mean it needs to be a sports bike. There might be a lot of folks out there that want a commute bike, but not a sports bike because they're uncomfortable, but they can't get an Indian or Harley at the current price points. And if these companies want to capture the hearts and have future brand loyal riders, they need to have an entry level bike down at, I'm saying like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 mark.
Yeah, like Honda. Here's a Honda Rebel. You can get that for $6,000, $7,000.
There you go. See, Honda Rebel's a good. Thank you for looking that up. That's a good comparison. So if Honda can do it, you gotta figure out how to do it, you companies. And even if you break even on those bikes or a little more, at least you're giving an option for these younger riders who are going to buy a motorcycle to at least look at your company. Because right now they'll just see the price tags and they'll turn right back to Honda Rebel. And things like that. Not that that's about a bike either. I'm saying these companies need to compete in that market. So that would be my suggestion. I have to believe that both companies are aware of that and have something in R&D, at least, that they're hopefully sooner than later will be coming out with, because I believe it's a necessity. What do you have to say on any of that?
I couldn't agree with you more.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was researching.
No, it's fine. I appreciate that very much. So hopefully both companies can be striving towards that, and we'll see if Indian pops anything else out here as we turn into 2026. Now, we would love for you to be a patron member. And did you have something else really important to say? You gave me no indication, so go ahead.
Yeah. You were just talking about this younger generation, and they may not be as willing to take risk and do things like riding motorcycles that can be dangerous. So it made me think of a quote, and I just want to share it with everybody. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. And weak men create hard times.
There you go. Nicely said. I've heard that before. That's great. Donations, guys. We want you as a patron member. Of course, we want to get to know you better. We want you in that private Facebook group. We want you to be part of the community so desperately. We just love the biker community and the patron members. But hey, whatever reason, you still want to support us through a flat donation, we never balk. I want to thank the following people for their flat donations.
We'd like to thank Robert Johansson of Lawrenceville, Georgia, Keith Venuto of Dover, Delaware, and John Carter of Port Jefferson Station, New York.
lawabidingbiker.com/donate. That's lawabidingbiker.com/donate. You can leave a flat donation, helps pull a little fuel in the Law Abiding Biker gas tank.
So we can keep this thing running on down the road.
There's also, if you go to the lawabidingbiker.com main website, there's a huge off to the right black donate button that you could certainly send us a flat donation there. We do very much appreciate it. And don't forget to go watch my recent documentary film over on our YouTube channel. It is free. Give it some love. Share it around. We're really trying to get enough traction on that video to make it worth me doing an episode 2 to that series.
In my opinion, the best one you've done yet.
You the man, dude. Thanks very much. It's titled The Glacier Ride on Harleys That Tested Us All and Changed Everything. Yeah, get over there, guys. Give it some frickin' love over there. It's a great wintertime view. Get out there and ride, bitches.